The New York City Housing Authority houses 1 of every 17 New Yorkers. There's over 400,000 people in the city. So they play a critical role in providing housing for those who are at the lower end of the economic scale.
As a public housing authority, we have experienced significant cuts to our capital budget since the 1980s. Williamsburg is one of the oldest developments that we have in the portfolio, about 1,620 units across 21 buildings. And like the other developments, it has suffered from a lack of investment over many decades. We're very excited with this partnership with RDC and our financial partners to really reinvest and revitalize this property.
The script has really changed over recent years where public housing has a weird stigma around it. We focused on how do we bring this back to what it was back in the 30s when it was built.
The PACT program, or Permanent Affordability Commitment Together, is New York City's implementation of the federal RAD program.
PACT was really saying, we're not just going to stop at the HUD guidelines, we are going to go beyond that. This isn't about just preserving the buildings, it's allowing the residents to thrive. Williamsburg Houses is a massive undertaking because it is so old. Everything needed to go. The pipe was crumbling inside the walls. Everywhere you look, there's a different issue.
In addition to what you're seeing on the grounds, you're getting the system upgrades, security upgrades, accessibility now that we did not have in the original construction.
It's very unique to the PACT program that the residents have a voice in what they want. Putting together a design room gave them that feeling of ownership.
The amenities at the site were all selected by residents.
It was very important for us to have our residents be proud of where they live.
We're thrilled with our partnership to do the historic tax credits here because that brought in over $140 million to really revitalize but also modernize these properties.
Historic tax credit equity fills the gap or adds additional equity to help maintain the historic nature of those properties.
jpmorgan Chase has been amazing. Coming in to be a partner with us, the concern for residents, the concern for having a good product, a place that everyone could feel proud of.
What we've set up here is a program that really leverages the strengths of each of the different parties. NYCHA is a great subsidy administrator, a great oversight entity. The private sector does a fantastic job of doing the renovations and the property management. We have the social service providers who are making sure that the residents are being served beyond the day-to-day property management needs. It is absolutely critical to have these partnerships. This specific project has been a 3-year endeavor, and so we have to make sure that our residents are kept informed.
I moved to Williamsburg in June of 2012. My mom granted me the lease. She moved into New York City Housing in 1944. I moved into a temporary from this house, and I was saying to myself, oh wow, we're gonna be here a long time, but it only took 2 months, and I was back into my new house.
At the beginning, I think there's a lot of I'll believe it when I see it, but now that the project is basically complete, you see what can be done.
It's just stunning. I commend the RDC team in really focusing on making sure that these properties are modernized and subject to the current codes and requirements that we would expect today, but also honoring the history of this building from the 1930s. We had committed to converting 62,000 of our roughly 170,000 apartments through the PACT program, and fundamentally, we are changing lives.
I'm really optimistic that public housing is finally getting the attention that it deserves, and there's a lot of excitement around what the possibilities are.
New York is the epicenter of housing shortage. Every person that lives in the city one day hopefully will have a place that they can call home.